You are listening to These Walls Can Talk, a Hope Outdoor Gallery podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of These Walls Can Talk. I am Chris Scull, as well as my sister Andy Scull, representing Hope Outdoor Gallery and all good things in Austin, Texas. We are very blessed to have two awesome guests with us today, Wiley Ross and Karma Cloud. So thank you very much for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
Super special for me because I love these people. We're very close friends, and we have some wild, fun behind-the-scenes stories to share.
Indeed.
I think that definitely went too far.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I would say it's always a creative adventure with these two.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely having them both here is super special. I feel like we could do a show with just either one of them, but having them together is this like dynamic duo that's been
W pleasure, W fun.
It's all about vibrations.
Chewing gum.
Yes, exactly. That's what we thought.
Oh, man. Well, okay, so what I love is the pieces that Wiley brought today are all like new work, even though I know some of the stories that we're going to jump into are going to be more of some of the experiences I know from you guys during COVID, pandemic, when we were all doing our best to figure out what we do with our creativity. And I felt like when I told Chris that I really want to have Wiley and Karma on, like really watching the way creatives are innovative when they have to make something out of nothing is like what we do. Like, but yeah. So Wiley, I don't know. Do you want to share some of this new stuff we got going on here?
Yeah. These, let's see, this one directly behind me is, so it's a whole, actually, I think these are old workout. It's an old workout, like a Jane Fonda book, black and white, that's underneath it.
I'm quite fond of that.
I love it. I love Jane.
Yeah,
Leg warmers. See?
Mixed
See?
with,
Quite fond of
with
that.
quite fun, that's good. With World War II pictures. I don't quite know what that's saying, but I know that it's saying something. And so then I just rip them off, or I painted the face on, and then I would rip parts of her paper face off, and then put them back on, not in the same spot. And it's sort of a commentary on how we're all sort of broken down and build ourselves back up. Or it could just be that it was just, I really like the sensation of doing that tactily. So I'm not really sure what my paintings say, if it's coherent.
Yeah.
They say, buy me.
They do. It's written in there. There's little watermarks. That's you gotta look close, but they're in there.
Innuendo. Sacred water.
Yeah. No, you don't want about that. But and then also here we have a sock puppet that it's a likeness of Jeffrey Dahmer, and my daughter made it. She's of sound mind. She just
Kids like who they like.
Kids like who they like, and
Share love.
I thought she captured the deadness in the eyes.
Is there a way for you to lift that up?
You should put him
All
on.
right. I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, product placement.
I think we gotta back up and give the audience a little bit of context. But I'm so glad that we're going there
I'll
because
keep them out of.
this definitely to me was a super inspiring, cool, funny part of COVID when we all got locked in and we weren't sure what was going to happen. And Karma starts texting me and starts sharing these puppet photos. So take it away, Karma. Tell us about the puppets.
Well, so I had a segment on the CW on Studio 512 Studios, and I was supposed to come up with a comedy segment, and then shutdown happened, and I had no cameras, I had no actors, no crew, I had nothing, and yet that 7 to 8 minutes was still sitting there looming. So Wiley said, "Have you ever thought about sock puppets?" And no, I hadn't. But what happened was
It's a logical train of thought.
we started making sock puppets, and then I used my iPhone, and we never wrote a single script. We just decided to play puppets for a few months and create 9 episodes of an incredible story. Actually, Wiley, why don't you introduce tell the story of the story?
Well, so what happened was
Like,
Amazing.
the initial characters was Kenneth and Astrid, and Kenneth was from the DC punk scene. You know, he was had been in and out of rehab, got his life together, moved to Austin, and then there was Astrid, who she was from Austin. She was Austin. She was how should I say? She was a fan of musicians, and
super fan.
a lot of musicians, and so they. But
she was a
you know,
sports sock.
She was yeah. But then as what happens, she got pregnant. They had an illegitimate love child named Moonset. Kenneth is still a little iffy on the paternity aspect of it, and
I mean, there's no real reason why he should be iffy.
yeah. Well, there are Moonset happens to be a dark colored sock, and Kenneth is a white tube sock.
Of
and
course
so
they are.
You see me, myself, and Irene, and but then
they consummated this.
they did. They consummated.
So did she say like "sock it to me"? Or
Yeah, she
any,
did.
like,
That's
kind of, all right, continue.
That's really great. But then she's into the metaphysical, sort of esoteric, dark corners of the world, and so Kenneth had to take up Uber driving because she kept ordering healing crystals and shit off the internet, and so he's got to get a second income, and so it's really just about them, and they have.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
so Astrid, she's a great person, sock.
She's a hell of a person.
But yeah, she's a Scorpio rising, so therefore her true note is also Scorpio. So her path is supposed to be to encompass all things Scorpio, which is death, sex, and transformation. So her study into the occult and buying the crystals really is saving the family.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. You could, or the steady streams of income that Kenneth is providing with his. He's got some fan art that he sells on the internet too. A lot of 80s horror movie stuff that he likes to do. It's hard for him to do it because he doesn't have thumbs or hands or fingers. So
He always has an excuse.
All right. So I know it's probably a little challenging on the audio version. I know here we're looking at one of these incredible part of the lineup of and I probably should have asked you to bring all of them for real context, but we'll
Notice the dead pan.
There'll be opportunities
Give it to me, Delmer.
to find out and see all of
Now,
these episodes.
does he eat
as well.
socks or does he eat people? These are the questions.
Sometimes
that
you
keep me
have
up at
to
night.
choose your own adventure. We don't know. yet.
Shoot.
We don't know.
You're so good at
Wow.
puns, man.
Wow.
You're
Finally,
so good at puns.
I
It's
know
a
why
gift that
you and
nobody
Wiley-
wants. A gift no one wants.
yeah,
But I'll take it.
but Wiley loves it. It's
Yes.
like
Look at
Does
him.
it-
Look at him. He loves it.
I do. I really like the puns. It shows wit and it shows a quickness of mind.
I'm Rapunzel. I just
Right.
try to
See,
Oh my God.
let down my
Nailed it.
shirt.
Just when I thought you couldn't have made it any more better, and you just did.
Lordy.
We got a
Rapunzel.
lot more time, so don't worry. There'll be more.
So we'd like to invite you guys to come over and make sock puppets with us because we need you to be in our next sock project.
Well, I mean, I could be not more honored. I'm already flipping through concept ideas.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to need your creative vision on a few of our new characters. So
What about like senior portraits for socks?
Oh, God,
And,
glamour
because
shots.
that's kind of how I feel like we're like in Napoleon Dynamite, where he's kind of like just like that. And glamour shots by Deb. What if we did like, put a little tree behind him, maybe a fence.
Do they ever do the double exposed ones where you get the the different angles in the same
like
in the same photo.
like the big version.
Oh,
of it.
yes.
Him in like a taekwondo outfit or something, like doing karate. I had one of those. It was a Kimpo outfit, but I did. Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of headbutts and less kicks and punches, but you never know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of pounds. Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, so
Tatanka.
not only did the sock puppets come about and the incredible shows, but you guys also started making a lot of music.
How many are we at, Wiley? Do you know? Offhand?
Almost 1,000, I think.
Almost 1,000 songs.
1,000
since COVID.
songs?
Since,
What?
Yeah.
Since the first one was November 16th, but then we had a break, and then lockdown happened, and it was like, and now he's writing 3 a day, like crazy person.
We use the term song loosely.
They're recorded.
They're notes, rather.
They're a series of notes together.
They're like post-it songs.
They have titles.
Well,
No, they're actually full songs, and yeah. So what the idea is to take them and play with them as well. So flip them into at least 2 other genres, just to see how everything works, so that we'd have a licensable library of 3,000 songs right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
just 2,000 away.
that's right. But all we gotta do is flip it, rub it down.
Oh no.
Flip it,
Yeah.
smack. Wait, what's that? What's that from? Flip it.
Smack
Flip
it
it.
up,
Oh, that's
flip it.
That's
Tropic Thunder.
That's
Bell Biv
Bell
DeVoe.
Biv DeVoe.
BB.
Poison.
Yeah,
but
but when Bill Hader does it in Tropic Thunder, and he goes flip it up, smack it, rub it down like that. When Tom Cruise is talking, you know,
Mhm.
G5 airplane.
If I were you, I'd take precaution. Shout out Bell Biv DeVoe. Okay.
Okay.
New Jack Swing
I
era.
was like, why?
We're here.
Hey, but I think I didn't get it. He didn't get it because you didn't say it with the precaution.
If I were you, I'd take
Precaution.
precaution.
Yeah, I would've gotten it then.
Before I start to see a fly girl. All right, we'll get there
That's
next
a
time.
good song.
Thanks.
Did you?
It's a winner every time.
Right.
Every time.
Yeah.
She goes, it's a
Winner,
every
chicken
time.
dinner.
But I'm just curious. I mean, you know, how does one's creative mind like hit all these different formats and you know, from puppeteering to music to utilizing so many different ingredients in you know, creating? Where does this come from?
Lack of social skills growing up, I would say. Honestly, that and well, was it necessity is the mother of invention? So if it's so much easier just to make something with whatever you have available around you than have to go through the effort of going and buying supplies. And so, you know, just kind of make it work that way, and then partner or couple with the lack of social skills. That was a big one. I was very shy, and I would just stay indoors and just draw and skateboard until I got in my first major accident, and then I realized I didn't like skateboarding as much as I thought I did. So
Well, that sucks.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad news, man. It was came down on that half pipe perfect. Coming back, just distributed the weight a little off, and the physics just slammed my face in the ground, and I was like, I'm good, Mom. I was like, I'm just gonna go draw some more. You know?
I'm gonna be an artist, blood dripping down your face. I'm gonna go paint with this.
Just couldn't slay that pipe.
Oh, Karma.
Here we go.
That's
pipe.
how rumors get started. She doesn't mean that.
I don't know. I don't know skateboard slang. I know-
Skate or die.
That's it. Oh, that's good. Well, I find it to be extra unique. Like if you're using materials that you know you find fascinating, but others might seem as common
Trash.
objects. It actually, once you put your creative touches to it, it stands out even more than I would think.
Thank you. Yeah, like it definitely. Yeah, it's, you know, whenever I look at like a hubcap or a pizza box, I'm like, that looks just like a shoulder blade, you know, or something like that. My mom's like, it's trash, Wiley. You
That's
gotta
my
leave it
Yeti
there.
cup.
Yeah, I did. I used your Yeti cup as a pupil because it looked like that to me from the top, and I was like, I need that. And so
As a what?
He
a
took
pupil in an eye, and so I just took it, and she goes, is that my Yeti cup? And I was like, but look. It looks like, see what I'm doing? It looks like a pupil. We can get you another Yeti cup.
Not a peephole, but a pupil.
No. Well, a peephole into the soul. That's what they say. The eyes are the windows of the soul. So, however you want
That's
to look at
Wiley
that.
always being a pupil of the soul.
Yes.
Soul Man.
So no, I'm not. No, no.
You
What's
got
his name?
soul.
What was his name in that movie?
C. Thomas Howell?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, 80s reference.
yeah.
Not the best
Not the
movie
best
in the world.
What was his last movie?
Don't look that one up.
Bigfoot
Yeah.
Wars. That was the last movie I saw him in.
Wow. He's kind of an outsider at this point.
A little bit.
Oh
Man,
my gosh.
it wasn't
Just
even a
separate
good
them.
job. Like that
I
was.
knew I should have put him over here.
Wouldn't you think that he would have been in a movie that like had him as a werewolf? C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah, that's yeah. Not Michael J. Fox. Oh,
Wow, that was good.
Thank you.
See where
Thanks
you
for
went
thanks
with
for the
that.
I'm
setup.
feeling-
That's a volleyball reference.
I might be sending Chris home with you guys.
Oh, well,
Yep.
yeah, there could be that.
I'm going to be adopted creatively.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Take you right under the wing and
we've
make you a
welcomed
soul man
many
too.
into the wing, under the flock.
No, I've been to your creative lair, and each room like just has so much artwork, but basically tools to be creative, whether it's a piano or a keyboard or a drum set or a blowtorch. You guys, it's a very
Ooh,
intriguing
we don't have
place.
one of those. We should get one of those.
Add
We
it
have a
to the
welding
list.
machine though, and I have a lighter.
Oh, weld.
Oh,
He's like my greatest fan.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's,
I don't know who's babysitting who. It'd be just like put you both in a room.
These aren't
Carl
even
and
the
I'd
good
be like,
puns. This
hey,
is like
we're gonna
first
go
quarter
get
of
a
it.
glass of wine.
yeah.
We're
And,
gonna have some wine and go make a hot jam.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys you okay? You
Uh-huh.
okay?
We're gonna start off Merlot, and then we're gonna kind of work our way up.
All the way to the
I mean-
It's gonna be
highball.
Chardonnay.
That's see, my brain doesn't like my
No.
brain.
Case Syrah. You know?
I like cheese too.
Just in queso.
I don't
well, that's
have
different.
any. I don't have any puns. Like my brain doesn't. It's so fast. Like I'm just like.
He
Wiley,
has puny puns.
So you can do 1,000 songs and like 1,000,000 paintings, but I can't have puns. Just let me have
You
some.
are
You can
his
have as
new
much.
master
You can have as much
of
pun as you
pun.
want.
Thank you. You
You're the
can do
pun
everything.
Nailed
master.
it. That was good.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. So that was and my neighbors like me, so that's cool. My next
Do
door.
they though? Which ones?
Well, Daniel and so my next door neighbors, they're probably the best neighbors that I've ever had. Like they really are good, and I think, I mean, they're turns out they're old, they're very religious, and so like, but you would never know. Not that anything's wrong with that, but I just didn't know. Like they're just really good people, and I talked to Daniel over the fence, kind of like Wilson does in Tool Time.
Yes. Home
And
improvement.
yes, home improvement. And so we just really like them. And like, I mean, I think they look at me like, what's going on in here?
Yeah.
To give you some context, he's had a 16-foot hand reaching out from the earth in the front yard for about 6 months now. It was supposed to go to a music festival, but music festival was canceled due to COVID, and so we've had that's one element of surprise at the Ross compound.
And they do not share the same opinions of HOA. And
Weekly, the letters.
I just
weekly.
stopped opening the letters.
So when HOA responds or hits you up, do you just say talk to the hand?
Yeah, God damn, that's good. That's so good. That's so good.
The 16-foot
man.
hand.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And then it's true. I mean, honestly, you've been there, I've been there. I'm sure now others might be seeking out kind of like what's the museum of, what's our other famous thing we've got? Oh, dang it.
the
Museum of Future Present? What?
No. We have this-
Oddities. Astrologies.
Damn. You look up certain things to find in Austin. It's like this museum of trash. Like,
the cathedral trash.
Cathedral trash, that's it, yeah.
I took that and that guy. I wonder what because all that shit is like welded together and everything. That dude is legit. And you just knock on his door and like, hey, is it cool? And he goes, yeah, go ahead. And you just walk back there. I took pictures there one time.
Yeah.
So in a way, the hand and the Pegasus, I think the beginnings of what your HOA.
Oh man, they don't even know. Like they.
I don't know. I think they were more mad about the gate.
Yeah,
He would leave the gate
they're
open.
really big on the gate.
The gate.
And I'm just like, it's a goddamn gate,
They just want him to close it.
And yeah.
Maybe-
So I started closing it. and we've made.
We should leave it. You should leave it open again, so that way maybe they
Yes.
focus on that instead of the hand.
See, I like to. I have responsibilities like a mortgage, and so I like to watch the world burn in a very responsible way. And leaving the gate open or waving at people in traffic as they pass by, enthusiastically, and they have no idea who I am.
In his robe.
That's how. Or putting on makeup and ordering food, and then answering the door and not addressing why my face is painted. Stuff like that. That's how I like to responsibly watch the world burn and really stick it to the man.
This is what I enjoy. It's like I thought the puppets was one route, but we're really peeling this onion.
Well,
That's what These Walls Can Talk is about.
These walls are doing a lot.
That's so funny because I wrote a song on our second album. There's a song called "If These Walls Could Talk," and I'll just show it to you guys later. But but yeah, because what was punk rock in your 20s is just irresponsible in your 30s, and so yeah, they know me at my kids' school.
Well, I think you're trying to find balance, though. So the adoption of favor drivers has been the latest kind of
Yes,
not
not
do good.
literal adoption of favorite drivers. More so in the way
They
that we're.
can't live there
No, they can't. No.
yet.
But they are wild, man.
But they're invited in through the open gate.
Yes.
Ah.
The
Yes.
favor gate.
The favor. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's what we should put on.
I was actually just thinking it might be hilarious to print a graphic, like leave the gate open and have some graphic be what people see as they drive by, like someone streaking by naked, like.
Yeah. Frank.
And then they look and it's actually closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think hey,
A fake? I mean, like an
A
actual
fake
gate
gate.
that's
fake.
painted open?
like in a Looney Tunes? Like
A fate,
Looney
a fake
Tunes, like
gate.
where they pull the thing in front of
Yeah.
it and then it goes right in. Like Pee-wee's Herman Big Adventure. They had one in that.
Yes.
It's a great movie.
Yes.
Oh, it's a masterpiece.
Yep.
Tim Burton.
Master something. But
Okay, favorite. What?
yeah.
Who are these favorite adoptees?
Who was the first one?
Favor
Joe.
adoptees?
Joe, she is from Houston, and she is street, like street, and she doesn't look like it, but she's
She's very strong. She carries a gun.
yeah, she does, and she's man, yeah. We've recorded some audio of
She
her.
has a puppet coming. She's going to be on our show.
Oh man, she is a classic piece of Americana.
Conspiracy is her favorite topic.
Well, they do say the difference between a conspiracy and the truth is about 6 weeks. So
Lately.
Which so is it fair to say, and I'm just saying this from observing and experiencing and enjoying through our friendship, that the two of you have become pretty good experts with conspiracy since pandemic.
we've well, this is of course off the record.
Totally
Of course.
That was me scratching it.
Oh man,
I like.
But we're I wouldn't say we're really known in the community of the conspiracy theorist, but we definitely have gone to a few of the meetings.
We've gone down the rabbit trail a bit.
Way down.
Way down. You'd be surprised what's down there.
A lot of stuff.
Socks.
Yeah.
Socks
yeah.
are down
It all circles back to socks.
It's,
At the same
that's where they go.
time, I really enjoyed watching it show up in your work. I feel like that's been kind of a cool part to
Like, well,
have
definitely
us
that.
discuss as artists. And that's again, to me, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, the stuff that ends up being the inspiration.
Uh-oh, they're making friends. Watch out, he might bite you. He might,
Oh, that's
he might take
right.
your sock.
Wow.
He
I
doesn't.
mean,
He's never played basketball.
You want a little bit of this elastic? All right, never mind. We'll just talk later.
Like he
Elastic.
pushes it towards
Elastic.
it.
I'm so glad we do video
Look,
as
you
well.
Put his little bit towards there, like a cat in heat.
Oh, this is going to be great video.
Anyways, but yes,
wow,
no,
the
I
sock
agree.
puppet is trying to make out with my brother's foot.
Just
Well, there's a
touch it.
sock down there, and it's
Is that a Mickey Mouse?
There's a sock
No,
down there. I'm not
no.
afraid to use
That is
it.
Jerry West, actually.
that is Jerry West.
Yeah.
Wish I was sponsored by the NBA, but I'm not. But
No,
I can get you sponsored by the NBA. For real, I've done it before.
What
I'm not
about
kidding.
MDMA? Get sponsored by them.
I've got a left and a right foot, so let's do them both.
Yes, but as far as back to what you're saying, yes, the astrology aspect of it, I find absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, I mean this Queen piece right by you. Go ahead. I've been enjoying it so much. And again, I feel like having this stuff be.
Well, if you ever meet Wiley in person, and if you're a newbie, one of the first things that he'll ask you is, so what's your date of birth? What time? What city? Okay, I'll be right back. And before you know it, you are in a deep dive 3 hours later into
Very accurate.
Discovering yourself. And so now he's moving into predictive astrology and working with we have an astrologer coming for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
From Favor?
No,
he's actually from YouTube.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Credentials.
And what I like about this dude is I saw him on YouTube. I Googled how to predict death in astrology. And or YouTubed it. Now he didn't, but I really liked him because I was like, that's a dude that I would totally hang out with. Like he just he didn't have a crystal ball, or he didn't fit the mold really. He was just like some dude that he's an electrician, and so he really knew his shit. And I was like, what? And so he came over and I was like, so I just sent him a message. I didn't want to be like that guy, but I was like, I sent him a message. I was like, hey man. I really like your vibe, and so when I reread it, I was like, "What the hell is wrong with you, Wiley?"
Do you like socks?
No, what?
Casual socks.
Casual socks. So good. And it took him, probably 6 weeks to respond, which now in hindsight, after rereading my message, I understand why. And he said it just got lost in his inbox, but I really know why. And so, but yeah, he's like, he goes, yeah, I don't charge anymore for consultations. I haven't had an epiphany. And I was like, cool. He goes, bud, if you want one, I'll come over. I was like, sounds good, man. And so it turns out he lives in Austin. And I thought he was lives someplace else, but no, he lives off Congress. And I was like, I'm off Slaughter. And so he came over. Yeah, it was really cool. Karma tried to get him to fix some lights because he's an electrician.
I like to multi-purpose people.
And I was like, Karma, just don't put you just got here.
We all want to feel appreciated and needed.
Just trying to create a spark.
Valued. I just wanted him to feel that way so that when he does my chart tonight, I'm already ahead of the game.
Plugged in. Yeah.
Like a socket.
Oh man, I'm at loss.
Get it? I did a pun.
You did great.
Like a socket. Sock.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was good.
No, you're awesome. Sock it to me. It was great.
You're gonna be a great master.
I suck it to you. Have you ever seen Barry Gordy's Last Dragon?
No, of course I have.
Dude, I love it. He goes, suck it to me, and he goes, oh man, Bruce Leroy, man, Show Enough. That is a great movie.
Show enough.
Show Enough, it is. Kiss
Well,
my Converse.
You guys need to see that if anyone hasn't seen that.
The kid break dances out of those ropes.
That's right. You got to find out who's
You can
the
do
master.
that. You can, yeah. Dude, Seventh Heaven. Wait, what? Elevate? I can't remember, man. Yeah.
We'll watch it
You
tonight
need-
with the favor with Joe of Favor and our favorite
Yeah,
electrician.
she's our new landscape person now. She's helping. Yeah, again, double duty. Everybody should have multi skills, and we teach each other how to do different things.
Wait, the favor delivery that carries a gun
Yep.
is now Hollywood Landscaping
Well, she
at the compound that the HOA.
She wants to learn
That sounds like song lyrics.
astrology, and she doesn't have a whole lot of friends, but she's got a really interesting personality, and she's going to be great on TV. So she also used to work for a landscape company, so I'm using her skills to help me clean up the garden that Wiley is building.
So we got a bathtub off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yesterday.
The story is that intergalactically that this bathtub crash landed in my backyard and infected the backyard with funkin' veggies. And so now it's kind of like that's sort of the centerpiece of it. And it'll be a wood burning hot tub. It'll be a functional hot tub. And
Functional.
Gotcha. It was so much so. So I never really realized how much I love landscaping and how inexperienced I am at it at the same time. Because, man, it is... It's no joke, dude. You can't just set bricks on there and expect them to stay there.
They didn't.
No, they did not stay there.
No.
You gotta put shit in between them, and
That's what the HOA says as well.
That's what they say. That's what they say. I stopped looking at the envelope or
Yeah.
the notes. I don't know. They could say a lot of stuff now.
You
They
gotta
could have. I could have a
double stuff it.
lien on my house. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a lot of fines. A lot of fines.
You're still in the thousands, though.
I do
Not-
think
not
that you
tens.
should keep that Funkin' Veggies as at least an album name or
Oh, dude.
something. Or a series, actually.
Yeah, funkin' veggies. Yeah, yeah. It'd just be really, really funky vegetables. So it's it's right in the name, funkin' veggies, or a new musical genre.
That's true.
For vegan
or a
music
dip.
listeners.
Be like a dip.
That's a really yeah.
That's a great
That's a
idea.
great idea.
Replace
dip.
hummus. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
we're
God,
all
thank
kind of all
God.
over.
I am oh
He's
so
never
over
liked
hummus. It's so
Chickpeas.
pretentious. It is,
What are you doing?
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. I knew I should
Oh,
have separated them.
you worked that
It
one
was like
good.
a thought, and I was gonna do boy, girl, boy, girl. I'm like,
Chickpeas.
they'll be fine.
It's like it's like one of those dinners where you all of a sudden you're like, I can't hear over there. I want to be over there. What's happening over here?
Oh my gosh.
I sat in the wrong
Well,
spot.
How
okay.
big are the dinner tables that you're eating at?
Well, back in the day before COVID, when I used to go out to eat, they were big tables. They were
Big
quite
tables.
large, actually.
Everything's got to be sexual.
Hey, you took it
They
there.
were big tables. I like tables. I like them a lot. You know, they serve a lot of purposes.
So,
I'm trying.
on the topic of edibles,
Mushrooms.
yes.
Yes, that was the first thing that we grew.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Wiley watched a mushroom documentary and
About the mycelium.
did not blubber because he never has done that. Ever.
I do. Okay.
And this was
But he
this
did
was,
tear up.
This was right around when shutdown first happened. I
Yes.
just remember we were sharing different things. I'm like, how are you guys doing? You know, and some friends were doing puzzles, and you know, and you guys are like sending me the sock puppets. I'm like, they're gonna be fine. They'll be fine. And then you're like, oh, we're growing mushrooms. I'm like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's the first thing I ever not killed. And then we grew them, and then I'm actually I've gotten to be a much better chef now that I have to cook. That we ate them, and then I grew lion's mane too, and then we ate that. It was like
yeah,
the
for everyone
steak.
listening,
It
we're
was like
just
steak.
talking regular edible
Oh,
mushrooms.
I haven't gotten into the other stuff yet because I know I need to learn. I need a guru on that, but no, regular mushrooms that are really healthy.
Yeah, mushrooms are awesome. And this documentary talked about the mycelium, which is like the nervous system of the. I feel like what is that?
Something's about to happen.
It did. I saw something.
Yeah, just,
It wasn't just you.
There we go.
There's a fly in the studio, and yeah,
That was a fly. Are
a
you
laser
sure
pointer.
it wasn't, you know,
they could be listening.
a spirit?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Oh, we had.
this could be nanotechnology.
Oh,
You never know. Or nano.
Did you see a little GoPro on that fly's head? Because that'll be a dead giveaway.
We're gonna find out. We will update everyone.
I
once
just
we find out.
imagine this fly with this gigantic GoPro.
and
the fly's like
head's wobbling
desperately
around.
The HOA fly
They already-
taking all the notes they can.
Oh yeah.
They already look drunk when they're flying, anyways, and so. I think it hurt me, but yeah. So that's what. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's a giant fly. He's like, all right, you're all strapped in, ready to go. Okay, cool. Wish me luck. Takes off. Like
what's
little
coming
pole star.
Tiniest micro technology still being started
People with
with
tiny,
a
tiny hands making it.
lawnmower startup.
Just for the value, Chris, I have to share that one of the puppet episodes that was when I knew that maybe they weren't okay. Was
Took you that
them.
long?
They were so excited too. I'm like, my phone's full of texts. I'm like, whew. Karma's like, check it out. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? I was at like 50. And I open up to stills, and I'm already concerned. Because what I see in the stills are candles in the bathroom with puppets. And then I hit play, and it is the puppets recreating the sacrificial scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Coupled with Eyes Wide
The
Shut.
face melting scene.
Like Kalima, Shakti Day.
Even wait. From Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Om Nom Siva. Om Nom
Nam
Siva.
Siva,
Om Nom Siva. Wow.
And sock puppets.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
And in the bathroom, I legitimately, and I mean, this is at the time when no one's even we're not even getting in our car, like we're sneaking around hanging out with each other because we know we're all good, but it's still like, I don't know if I can go save them.
Well,
like if something goes down over there.
So some went down. Some went down already.
Oh, yeah. Neil Diamond was sacrificed to the Illuminati. It wasn't Moloch, though. We didn't sacrifice to Moloch.
Neil
or
Diamond?
Kali.
Well, see,
Neil Diamond is... Please tell
in
me.
this universe, Neil Diamond is Kenneth's half brother. They
course
have,
he is.
Same mom, different dads. And, Neil's uber successful. And
Unbelievable.
Kenneth harbors a little bit of resentment.
He has a bit of a speech impediment.
Yes,
Although.
and Astrid, she couldn't help herself because of Neil Diamond's clout and fame.
She's a lover.
She is a lover, and so she conveyed that to him in the van, and Kenneth caught him. And so then, long story short is, she had her friends from Craigslist come over, and they did an Illuminati
She didn't
sort of
know
party.
they were in a cult.
They didn't, but they sacrificed Neil Diamond in my shower.
She was torn apart by that.
She was torn apart by that.
I mean, he
and-
was more torn apart, literally, but she was really torn up inside.
Yeah, and we introduced a new character called the Surgeon, who's
Oh my
it's
gosh.
a speedo.
Oh my
it's,
gosh.
Or it's a
It's a blue glove.
It's a blue glove, like a surgical glove, and then a pair of speedo goggles
And a mask.
and a mask.
Of course.
How does he talk?
Yes, it's very nice. It's very nice. I see. I bought my tools. He's probably German. I feel like there's a little bit of German there, just because of the etiquette.
But his mother's a
But-
crazy Jewish cat lady, and she's New York, and she's all over the place, and she's
He's-
taking singing
Oh, and
lessons.
they
She's
do all the
lovely.
voices.
Oh, I wouldn't think anything less.
Yeah.
Well, we did hire Paul McCartney out to come. There's a part where they chew carrots, and that's him chewing carrots.
Yep.
So
You didn't
shout out
just
to Paul McCartney.
You didn't just let it be. You just
no,
had
no.
to go out there.
I said, "Hey, Jude,
Hey, dude, you got some time
chew these carrots
to pull this sock hard
Instant Karma's
out
gonna
of
get
this
ya.
body."
Instant Karma's gonna get you.
I got one.
Oh man,
You-
Imagine.
These
Dragons.
These
Dragon
sock puppets are going to be famous. I mean, they kind of already are.
Infamous. That means more than famous.
Infamous.
yes, it does. That's how you. I don't even know. I've derailed.
Don't worry, we're just here hanging out with my three amigos. Gonna make it?
Gotta make it.
Gonna make it? Gonna make it? Gonna make it? Gonna make it? Anyone? Steve Martin?
Oh, yeah.
Comedy genius.
Wild,
I
wild.
love. Have you seen Parenthood where he's like, he goes, I saw a cowboy Bill walking. I didn't like the look on his face. Looked like this. And he does that face, and he goes, I shot a hole in him. It was about that big. And he goes, now that I think about it, I think that hole was about that big.
That
And
was
he
the
goes,
kid's
"Man, yeah."
cheer.
And he goes, what I like to do when I shoot someone, it's like, I like to make balloon animals. And he takes up the balloon, he goes going like this, he goes, your lower intestine. And you hear like Diane Weiss laugh, like legitimately, and it's great. Oh man, Steve Martin.
If
is
you
so
need
funny.
any movie trivia consults as well as art, please
It's a
hit us up.
young Joaquin Phoenix in there.
Yes. Keanu's in
I
that too.
was
There's a lot.
supposed to marry
Parenthood.
his brother.
River.
I was. That was on my wall when I was
It's a vision
10.
board.
It was it was a vision, that's for sure. It was an obsession really, but now because he was such an artist, and I'm drawn to that.
They grew up in the Children of God cult. I think that's actually real.
I have a friend that's in that.
I do too. I know people that are in that.
Yeah, here in
Like,
Austin.
for real. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Chris,
Children of God cult.
Yeah, the guy, my old music producer. He grew up in that because I would make movie references and he would never know what. And these are really like Home Alone, stuff like that. Like that. These are people know these movie references. And then he goes, well, when I was younger, and he just let it slip one time. I go, excuse me, I'm sorry. What did you say? You were in a cult? And she goes, oh, that's right. I didn't tell you about that.
Oops.
And he showed me some videos of them, and they're like in like burlap sacks, like like screaming at the rain,
Did you say
and stuff.
burlap socks?
Socks?
Oh, burlap
So
sacks.
I don't think they think they were wearing socks, and like
Could you imagine wearing burlap socks?
But-
That would be so
they'd be
scratchy.
so itchy, but they would be very fast.
The visual of that went from this to that. It was very.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
But that loofah, that's a good product actually. burlap.
Sounds
I
like
get a
how
kick from
Dr.
being a
Evil
loofah.
was like how he grew up. I was
I was
wrapped in a burlap sack and beaten with reeds.
Yeah, ritualistically had my testicles shaven or something like that. Oh man, but yeah, something
This is
similar
definitely
to
one of
that.
those episodes you can't just like drop in.
No.
Do you know that most people stopped waxing over COVID?
And transitional material is at an all-time high.
Well, it reminded me of the burlap socks. And beauty and the painting actually it brings it all back
All
around
back, yeah.
because this to me whenever you explained it and the peeling of your face and yeah I thought that'd be an interesting beauty product actually. You put it on and then peel it individually and it comes off in different colored layers until you get back to your skin tone.
Face of fillet
of face.
Filet of face.
Actually, that's a terrible name.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
But
Hi, can I order two
Jeffrey
filet of
Dahmer,
faces?
Jeffrey Dahmer's sock puppet could be like the spokesman for it.
Well,
Has anyone done like a little spoof on that and go Dom and Dahmer? Like kind
Oh,
of take
that's
it a little
hilarious.
bit.
He was only birthed 2 weeks ago.
he doesn't like that.
He's a newbie.
I was actually surprised. I mean, of all the sock puppets, that this is the representative.
Yes, he's the newest, and the other ones are in the middle of a makeover. They're getting their fillet of face done
Yeah,
now.
they're man.
They got a little beat up.
They've been through a lot.
recently. There was
Mold is a big deal to socks. A lot of people overlook this aspect, but mold.
yeah.
is,
If they
it's-
get wet and then you don't do anything about it, and except they're in a bag maybe,
Yeah.
then that
yeah, man.
it's pretty sad.
It sucks.
It sucks hard.
Yeah.
It's so
Like
good.
wearing burlap socks. It's that painful.
Well, we don't really know. We haven't. We don't know a lot about the anatomy of a sock body, except for.
No, we
of
do.
course-
Remember when you pulled my intestines out and there was the bones, and then your moonset dragged me across the floor.
That did happen. Okay.
We were trying to
but
figure out what was on the inside of the
It turns out it was a human hand that was in the sock. That's what I pulled out. And
Do you swear? Pinky swear?
I've got the video footage to prove it.
we do. It's on.
It's not a conspiracy. It's real.
Man, I gotta watch this show. I'm so ashamed that I haven't tuned in yet.
A lot of people haven't tuned in.
We'll
Apparently.
tune you up, Chris.
Oh,
We'll
the
tune
numbers
you
are
up.
going to climb
Numbers.
after the word gets out
Yeah.
from this.
It's very UHF, which gets to drink from the fire hose.
Weird Al Yankovic references. I love this.
Oh man.
You know, honestly though,
So
it
many
reminds
lost
me
people.
of a journey of art, experimentation, mushrooms, psychedelics. I'm going down the wrong rabbit hole.
All the best parts of
No.
1969.
All the good stuff, but-
all the
No,
best
It's all
parts.
positive.
You know,
It turns you in
1969.
from a nice person to a fun guy.
Fun
Yes. And fun guy is not synonymous with responsible guy.
And that,
Hmm.
nope.
But fun
Yeah.
I'm
guy,
gonna do it.
it's fun guy. That
Fun
brings us
guy,
back to mushrooms.
mushrooms.
It's
Mushrooms.
all connected.
It's like
See
the
that?
mycelium.
We just need some yarn and some pictures of
Do you
stuff
ever
that
share
we
it?
can
Is it
connect it on
only
them.
your psyllium or is it our psyllium?
We
I'd
could
like
be
to
psyllium
connect
together.
the socks.
Got it.
I love being psyllium.
Yeah,
This is my favorite.
That was a good
I feel
one.
I feel so comfortable
was a good
here.
one.
So glad you guys are here.
That's it.
See, I'm like, not everyone fully understands like what really happens.
I wore
I don't
art
understand
socks.
a lot of things.
It gets there.
Freitas, I wore art socks for this today.
Please lift it so we can see.
I'm
Yeah.
50 years old.
Frida.
50.
Got that? Good.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, it's the bad one.
Oh, no.
That was the bad one.
Oh, here. There. Now,
all right.
now they're equal.
That's the bad. I'm just joking. They're fine. No, this was lucky.
This was my way of giving back to the arts community.
Oh,
You did it your
you
way.
both
So,
do so
um,
much.
I can't help myself, but I'm gonna go
yeah.
ahead and point
Yeah.
out this super fun guy over here.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, he just he's has something to do with academics.
He's like the nutty professor. He's like the nutty professor.
No, you
but
know what he? Oh my God, you know what he looks like? He looks like Egon off the Ghostbusters
the
cartoon.
cartoon
Can you
one.
describe like the materials and everything for our audience that
That
hasn't
is
can't see it?
very scared wire, or as they call it, chicken wire, all squished together.
What the cluck are you talking about?
Seriously.
It's like the best crowd ever. Most of the time it's eye rolls, and yet I get
no.
LOLs out of this.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Oh, that's the death tarot button.
Is it really?
Painted over, yeah.
Well, he doesn't play. He's a serious guy. Look at his
He's got
frames that he chose.
It's got a collar.
Oh,
on
the
his
frames.
collar.
Those are Bumble frames.
That's-
They're
yeah.
from a Bumble, the
He hasn't
company.
been real successful in Bumble.
No.
No,
Yeah.
he created it.
He's too picky.
He did create. Yes, he
Swiping
did.
the wrong way all the
Yeah,
time, and
he
it gets
did.
confused.
I did
because-
that. I did. Remember? I
Oh,
did that.
yes. I do
My
remember
only
that.
time ever.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Just, swiping the wrong way.
there's
I was on
nothing
an
like-
app one time for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
And I
it
messed
was
it
too
up
much. He was like, nah,
all
I'm
45
out.
minutes.
See,
Swiping the wrong way.
Wait. So you didn't swipe right? You swiped wrong?
She's sweep aid.
Whichever way you're supposed I was swiping the way that was saying I liked people instead of I didn't like them. And
Algorithm's going, yes, keep going, do it, do it.
yeah, it was crazy. No, then it's like, bing, you have like 100 people that like you. I'm like, that's impossible. and then I'm seeing, bing, I'm like, no, I said I didn't like that. No, I did. Oh, shit.
So what was the most common message you got on the messages? Was it sup?
WYD? Question mark.
I don't, it
So-
was, I don't even remember. I just remember feeling very uncomfortable. I felt more like I had misled them. I did not feel, I felt in the wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't want to just delete them because then they
Oh,
think
no, then I just had to.
I think you guys.
Disappear.
I think
delete
you
the
guys
whole
put,
account.
really. I feel like until it's a face-to-face meeting, then it's pretty much everybody there. That's just sort of. That's not even. Oh, that's gonna sound so horrible if I say it. No, never mind. I think you're good. Like, yeah, so I wouldn't have any Harvard guilt over that. I don't think anybody's genuine on their profile. You know, I mean, at least
wow.
I know I didn't attend MIT, and I'm not an astrophysicist in my spare time. But one would think that, having seen.
And you're not 6'1".
Nope, and I am not 6'1".
I got shit for posting a photo with a dog, and it wasn't my dog. But
That's
hey,
awesome.
you gotta do what you gotta do,
That's
kids.
that's the only way that I think comically it's acceptable to have a picture of, you know, like that, and your dog's name is Scout or something, you know. But if it's not your dog, that's great. Like, hey, can I borrow that dog? I got a dating profile thing I'm trying to do, and you know, it's not really, or you're not even your baby.
Okay, so let me just tell you, Wiley is actually legitimately kind of a genius when it comes to being able to,
No.
you know, determine people, you know, at face value.
Cold reading.
So, like for my daughter, for example, like she started her first Bumble experiences, and you know, she's now sought out counsel with Wiley to kind of pre-screen people, and he is.
It's
Pretty
actually
freaking
remarkably
accurate.
like because I'll get, you know what they say their interests are, you know, so I'll look at the first picture and I'll try to cold read them without looking at the interest, and I'll scroll down like whether it's astrological sign or this person's, you know, into whatever, and sure enough, like a lot of times it'll be there, and I'm like, you know, because there's things like, for instance, somebody sitting in a room that's their bedroom with no goddamn posters on the wall or anything like that. What kind of maniacs are these people? You know, these are red flags that haven't surfaced yet, but
That guy
you know,
was the maniac.
that
And
guy- yeah, he was, yeah.
He was a one-date wonder. Thank God.
Yeah, and you know, and it really is fascinating to me, the psychology behind it. And you always get like you get the lake dudes. They're all about the lake, you know, and then you get, you know, the future politician guys. They're the ones that are posing like that. Like every single picture is a senior portrait almost, you know. And you're like, I mean, nobody's life is that smooth. It's like living on Wisteria Lane. That's a Desperate Housewives reference.
Oh, we know. Sadly, we know.
I know, right?
But you're saying that most of these candidates are desperate, and put some pictures on the damn walls.
Okay,
motherfuckers.
so we are. I don't know if I mentioned this completely yet, but I am going to take it upon myself to utilize some of the space at said compound, and because you have so much art and things there, and you can help people with their profiles. So we're going to be professional profilers and do their photo shoots and everything, and make sure that they have all of the right things, and they're going to get a puppet to boot,
So
Their own custom puppet.
a custom puppet for their boot.
I'd be intrigued if I'm not on any dating sites at the moment. But if I were,
Why don't
if
we
the
just-
first image was a puppet, I'd at least kind of look at the other images.
It's an attention
Exactly.
grabber.
It is.
Oh, it definitely
It
grabs.
is. Especially a glamour shot with your puppet.
You with like the denim jean jacket with the rhinestones on, and like the hey, that kind
like
of pose.
It's
Oh
the
my
new
God.
Board 8 Yacht Club.
Yes, yes. That,
Yes.
and
It's a board
Board 8
puppet
Yacht.
boat show.
So
It's a trend.
this helps people meet
puppet
each other.
And the whole thing is just a puppet, and like just like your arm, like the
So
hand guy.
there's a
just like,
tagline saying, "I'm just single. I'm not trying to marry yet, but I'll be a
Hey.
marionette."
yeah, marionette, and also if you, yeah,
And scene.
that's would be, and people be like, "What is the trend with puppets, sock puppets on dating apps? Have you noticed this?" And I'm like, I did notice that.
Just put your hand up there.
Yeah.
That's all it's,
Well,
sorry.
that actually is. Now, I would like to speak on behalf of the sock puppets. That is a big thing to them. You have to ask to do that. It's a very
Yeah,
consensual thing.
you have to wind
It's
up.
a very consensual thing. You
and
can't just
gotta
stick your
get
hand
them
in a sock puppet.
You
It's
can't.
invasive as
because
hell.
then you got to use your other hand too as your hand guy.
Yeah.
Because
To
your
talk 'em
puppet
down,
can't.
you know?
Your puppet
It's very
can't
naked.
do things. So
Right.
they hire. You got to have a hand guy.
You got to have a hand. Mark,
The electrician.
we got Mark
Yeah.
from Central Casting.
So
He's-
yeah, Mark is the best hand guy around.
See, I'll show you. I'll show you.
He's
what you mean.
super handy. He knows exactly what to do with his
Yeah,
hand.
he's super handy dude. So let's say we got. Is this cool, Jeff? Yeah. Okay, it's cool.
Consensual guy.
Yep.
Notice, the hand guy is normally the right, whatever hand you
So,
preface.
let's say you're looking for something, he does that when he's, think about it. Think about it. And then,
I'm thinking about so many things
let's
right
say if he's mad, I've had it up to here.
Why?
Here.
What?
So that's, that's why you get
What
a
if
good
he
hand
wants?
guy.
What if he wants to do something though that is like illegal?
Oh.
Does your hand guy just automatically
Well,
have to
he takes-
conform?
Wouldn't
He
that be an
takes
accomplice?
He,
Is there a union for hand guys?
they don't talk. So it's.
Yeah, they don't see. They don't have mouths.
There is a union, though. There needs to be. If
But
there
are
isn't
they
one.
like doing missions together, like
puppet
hand
is the
jobs,
hands.
or what is going on?
A lot
there?
of hand jobs,
No.
actually.
Well, that's why you use
That's
your strong
that
hand.
is
You're not
the-
jerking me around.
God, it's so good.
I wonder if is that allowed too? Can they?
Well,
if your puppet wanted
I don't
that
even.
to happen,
I don't think that they even know what.
I think we should start a
phallus
union
is.
for hands.
Maybe like a hand sauna.
A union for all the hand jobs.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of jobs that hands can have.
That's
besides
handy.
besides the
I
one.
mean, we need it. This country needs it. Maybe the hands can be across America or something.
Hand jobs across America. And
It starts with ideas, y'all.
It does start with an. It does. And it ends right here, and I'll tell you why. It's, I don't know. That's from a movie, I think. I can't get away from the movies. It's where I get like.
It's all right.
It's like, come on, Jeff.
I can't wait to see this series. I'm ashamed that I haven't seen more, so I've just.
Oh, we're still looking for sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
But
in
why?
fact, I'll send you
I
the
mean, I
deck.
hadn't even shared it with. I mean, this is still in production.
Oh.
This is a very secret, or not, but it's.
I mean, we could try to reach out to that great app, the cleaning app, Handy. Maybe this.
Hey,
could-
whatever you can do.
I was
really
thinking the
would
TV
be-
show The Handmaiden's Tale.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Or something other with the word hand in it. I was also.
What about NBA socks? There's your
Kenneth.
sponsorship right there.
I
Then
see
it could,
it.
yeah.
I see it.
I forgot about Kenneth. So there is another person that exists within this universe, and it's Kenneth the cockroach. He's a human-sized cockroach, and in this universe, human-sized cockroaches and people live alongside in unity. And very it's a utopic sort of vision.
Was this how it all started?
This-
Yeah, Tarantino.
It was,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Auditioning for Tarantino.
Yeah.
That's right.
Explain. I don't know what's
okay.
going on.
Kenneth was a fan. He's just a fan. He's a fan of
Wait,
movies.
we got to back
Okay,
up.
yeah,
So,
there we go.
pandemic, COVID, shutdown. Karma's like,
I just ordered some
I'm
cockroach
quarantining
costumes.
with Wiley. Me and the kids, we're all
Amazon.
good. We're all checking in with each other, right? So before the sock puppets, she sends me this video of her and Wiley, and they had gotten a cockroach costume, and it was the most hilarious. I mean, I was like, this is real creative therapy going on over there.
There's something
Like,
all right.
Basically, Now
Well,
you
like,
explain. You explain karma.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
you eat the croissant.
Yeah, you're eating your.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
By
It
the
looks
way,
good.
It's
I'm
fun to
hungry.
say too. Croissant.
it is.
Croissant. We, so, yeah, so I ordered a costume, and I don't think that because we were brainstorming all sorts of ideas for different shows and what to do before the sock puppets were birthed. And essentially, we came up with the idea, like, well, okay, Quentin Tarantino. I had, been involved with a Tarantino documentary, and
That's
so he
right,
did
that's
a faux audition for a role in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, like
so
like
we
Kenneth.
filmed, the audition of Kenneth the Cockroach.
He
so
moved
he's
out.
6'6" cockroach.
Yeah, he moved out from LA, or he moved out to LA, small town, Midwest. He's been a fan of movies for ever since he was pupated, and like.
I'm
and,
pupating.
Man, Joe's apartment it's not that accurate, and anyways, but he does have a bit of a speech impediment, and he's got a little bit of an bite when he talks, and so. But
He used to talk like this at work, by the way.
and they-
Wiley in person.
I
So
would-
this was also your first time ever to do something like this on camera for fun.
yeah.
So she
used to get
sends
paid
this to
for it.
me and literally writes, "He's never done this before."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You are kidding!
It's
This is
just-
incredible."
Thank you very much.
Incredible. Okay, are we gonna get a little clip?
I tried to get
You
into the
better give us a
mind of a
little clip.
6'6" cockroach and what that would be like, what the world was like to him, and I think I also coupled with a speech impediment. That's got to be rough. And so, but the network is actually thinking about giving him his own show,
The Cock Show?
the Cock Show, the Kenneth's Animal Wild Kingdom show.
Of course.
It's an acronym, the Cock Show. And he doesn't understand, it's KAWK show. And he doesn't understand when he tells people, he's like, it's the Cock Show. I don't understand what's so funny about that. And
It's wild animals.
yeah, it's Kenneth's Animal Wild Kingdom show. And they've got the intro music already
Yeah,
done.
the jingle's done. It's great.
It's the Cock Show. It's got Kenneth's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, all that shit. And so we're waiting to find out if the money's going to be there for that. But he's
yeah. Well,
I have no doubt it'll be successful.
Yeah.
It'll be the cock of
it's
the
going
town.
to be really successful with your help, Chris. So we're here today to say we've got a cockroach costume with your name on it waiting
Okay.
for you to put on.
It's steadily
We've got 3 so far.
slip inside
so.
that
Simply-
exoskeleton.
okay.
I had to put one on recently. It's like therapy. I had to put one on, and I had to dance to Prince in the kitchen, and
She didn't have
as
to do
a
anything.
cockroach.
That was a choice. That was a free
Well,
will.
in order to survive my life in that moment, it was the easiest thing to do.
That was
Art
another
therapy.
audition.
Yeah,
That's
art
what
therapy.
That's what this show's about as well. Art therapy.
That's
Art
right.
therapy.
Anthropy. Wait, what?
Anthropody.
Anthropotamus.
Can we just get one little clip of Kenneth?
Oh yeah. Where do we do that? Do we
It.
Can we go to a clip? Do we just point at
Okay,
something
yeah.
and somebody does it?
Go to the clip.
We
I've always
possibly-
wanted to do that, and then we show that the one clip of Mac and Me, or where that Paul Rudd always shows on Conan O'Brien. Never mind. Well, I'll show you later.
I see.
I think you should make your own. Let's go make that today.
Mac and Me?
Yeah.
We can remake that.
that clip, and
We
then
could.
let's use it for everything.
Like 20, 25 minutes to do. Yeah, it's a good. It's a.
But let's do it in the
monumental film.
cockroach costumes.
Okay, we got to get a wheelchair and
Got
Cliff.
it. Done. I got both.
Okay.
All right. That's what we're doing this
I can
afternoon.
get you a clip. I can get you a clip
I can get you to
by,
go 2
by
p.m.
2 o'clock
Yeah,
today.
2 o'clock. You want to? I can get you toe.
Yeah.
I love that.
Alternatively, yes, I do still have the rights to this video. It has not
I've
been
gotta
sold
see
for $1
this.
million
I've got to
just
see
yet.
this. I mean, no one's going to take this idea. There will not be a raid of this idea. You got this
That
one.
better not be.
All right.
Yeah, because then all of my dreams are scattered.
It's infectious.
I don't get it.
Whatever you do, don't turn on the lights.
It's invading.
Oh yeah. Now I get. Yeah. Because I get it now. Cockroach and lights. Yep. That actually is funny because we had a skit where he would be like staring like melancholy-ish out, and outside, and then somebody would come and turn on the lights and he would kind of just scurry out, like, oh my god.
Would they be considered that encroachment? Or,
Oh god, that's so good.
all right.
And my mom. Okay, little backstory. I feel like we need it on this. So my mom saw how uncomfortable it would make me whenever because she had to
Use a caulk gun.
The shower was leaking. Okay, so she had to use the caulk gun, and she kept referencing that, and she saw how funny it was, and apparently my mother's 14 years old, and so she goes, "Go to Home Depot, get the good cock or
I want the good cock. I don't want that other cock that you got last time."
Yeah, and I'm just like, and then they all join in, and I'm like, "What the hell is the matter with you people?" Like, Mom. She goes, "Sorry, I can't help myself." I'm like, and then Karma's just throwing gas on the fire, and
It
I'm
was
just
Thanksgiving.
like, yeah.
You just missed
It
my
was
feelings.
too. It was, and it was so. And then they
Hey,
played
Jody, you
Cards
got the
Against
cock?
Humanity, and it was like, "Are you serious, man?" And my father visited for the first time in a long time, and he just sat in the chair, and I was like, looking to him for help, and he just left me in the trenches taking grenades, and my mom just, my mom and Karma just they just there's so much ladies at the compound, and by that I mean my mom, my daughter, Karma, her daughter, our friend Yvette, and then that's why I'm so glad that when you come over is because the universe is about balance, and I'm just trying to just balance that out, man.
He just needs more cock in his life.
Yeah, I do. That is true. That's true, and in a purely figurative way. Okay.
Just casual socks.
Yeah, just
It's time to get your casual socks on
real
today.
early Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Suck my kiss.
Yeah, that's a great
Wow.
song.
I love that. The whole album.
That's a great. Have you ever seen the documentary?
Blood sugar sex socks.
Funky Monks.
Socks
It's
Magic.
a documentary about them making
Blood
that.
Socks magic.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's all in black and white, so that's how you know that it's good. It's got an element of class
That's how you
to
know
it.
it better be good.
That's how you know. Yeah, it's man. I don't even.
You know
I don't
who's
even-
going to love your 6'6" cockroach?
Who?
Flea.
Oh my God! And it all comes back together.
Yeah.
It,
And he's a great guy. He's a bassist, but he's not- he's
I mean,
not.
Are you saying like he's good though? He's a bassist, but he's one of the good ones. He's a good guy.
Don't.
Seinfeld. I watched a documentary on how that guy made those sounds, and it shows him with the keyboard going bow 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 like into the keyboard, and then he just play it like that. And yeah, so good for that guy.
That's how history is made.
That is how history. That's behind the scenes stuff.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, I feel like, as usual, we could probably sit here forever, and we'll probably have to do that again. But I think we're getting at that time where
Wow.
we're gonna have to ask pop the big question.
Well, we're just so delighted to have you all here, and this has been amazing. And this is just scratching the surface of all things, as the Jeffrey Dahmer sock looks directly at me while I speak. But
Oh my God.
we just can't wait for the
Likes it.
world to get to know y'all more and see in the minds of these wonderful artists. So, and we can't wait to do more with y'all. So, all of our guests, we love for them to have an opportunity to have something etched into the history of our creative community, and we utilize these golden hope bricks. So, if you guys would like to, just share with us what would you want inscribed on the gold brick of the hope bricks here.
Well, I know what would be important for me. When people suffer a great loss in their lives or in the dryer, I think what you need to realize is that you really do have friends everywhere. Sitting right here, for example, I'm surrounded by great friends, Our character, Astrid, had suffered a terrible loss, and her final words as her lover was dying were, "Be with me,
Oh my God. Oh my
be with me." I think I'd like that on the brick
God. Oh man.
forever,
That speaks
because that was her
volumes.
cry, her last cry of love.
I'm gonna go a different direction on the brick.
You okay over there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm
You need a
just-
tissue?
It
know.
was some heavy
Just laugh
stuff.
your way through
You
it.
need
It
to have a
helps.
canvas here.
No, I'll just wipe myself.
I like genuinely thought about this question. All socks aside, but I thought, okay, do I just copy somebody? Like I was gonna say, like Nietzsche had a really cool quote that said, as we danced, we were called crazy by those who couldn't hear the music. I like that one, or like he who knows his why can bear almost anyhow. That one's a cool one. But then I was like, or should I just try to quote myself something that I forgot that I said, which is a lot harder than it sounds. And so I was like, so apparently, allegedly, I said one time that to this lady was like, she's like, hey, do you have a quote? And I was like trying to think of something real profound. And she's like, can I just use this one? And it's kind of weird is normal and normal is fucking weird. And I was like, I said that? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, yeah, use that one. And so I misquote myself a lot, which is, that's pretty... It's pretty cool.
It's a great one, man.
No, the real. Oh, for real. Okay, we can use that. Like I was more such, just messing around. It's
weird is normal, and normal is fucking weird.
Yeah, depending if it's a family place, we can ex-nay the whatever. That's pretty much the basic.
Yeah, cocks and socks and other
Cocks
raising
and
up
socks.
stocks. Whatever. I mean, whatever.
Nas quack. I don't know. I'm not good
Break
at puns.
sticks and ticks.
And they were fried, died, and laid to the side.
We
Get your herd
are
in.
in a
Bingo.
safe space.
Diggy dango.
Wow.
Amazing.
All I can say is wow.
Be with me, y'all.
Wow.
Be with me.
Foo Fighters.
Oh, more cowbell.
Before you guys are walking out of here, thank you for that. All of
Karma,
this.
Wiley, thank you so much for being on These Walls Can Talk.
Thank you so much for having us, Andy.
Thank you guys very much. We can't wait for more. And yeah, you guys got to find these folks. It's amazing. The amazing creative space that you guys dwell in, build up all the time, every day.
You can join our cult of kindness.
Yeah.
All we need is your social and
Small blood sample.
and,
But
yeah.
you'll get a necklace with
or
it, your
a hair
blood still
sample
in
or
it.
two.
Your
Yeah.
creative compound should say, the gate is always open.
As long as you provide your
Favors
social.
allowed.
Yeah.
It's a gateway hug.
And don't forget the
It's a
blood.
gateway hug. Yeah.
You have been listening to These Walls Can Talk, a Hope Outdoor Gallery podcast, powered by Dropbox, DocsEnd, and Ibble.
We were chalking all.
Go.